This is your AP Government video on ideology. Your political ideology is your set of personal beliefs about what types of values and political ideas you think are important. So ideology is very different from person to person, whereas political culture are things that Americans in general share. There are very few ideologues in a two-party system. Because we only have two major political parties, the Democrats and the Republicans, there are lots of people within each of those parties with varying ideologies. So there's degrees of Republicanism or degrees of Democrat. Now, the ideologies are liberal and conservative. The parties are Democrat and Republican. So our two-party system kind of gives a wide, generalized belief that people can agree with if they want. But within that, there are some people who stick to the party norms and some people who have varying degrees of that ideology. So there's lots of disagreement within the parties, and sometimes we see that playing out during elections or in the media. The U.S. political parties also have very little control over the members of their party. The U.S. political parties cannot kick you out if they don't think you are, let's say, conservative enough to be a Republican. They cannot force you to vote for them. You, as a voter, get to sign up for whichever party you want. And if you don't want to be a part of a party, you can identify as independent. Parties cannot force you to vote in certain ways. In fact, they will never know who you vote for. And even if you want to run for office, the political parties cannot stop you from running for office under their party title. Now, European democracies often have stronger party systems because they have multi-parties. When there are 5, 6, 7, 8 parties, it is far easier for people to find an ideology that they agree with 90% of the time. In the US, where you only have two choices, people might only believe in that party 55 or 60% of the time. And remember, most Americans are moderate. I know the news media doesn't want you to think that, but most Americans like some ideas of the liberal perspective and some of the conservative perspective. But because two parties are always battling against each other in elections, it makes them seem like you're either on one side or the other.